Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I have my week 24 pregnancy update. So we skipped week 23 just because nothing really happened and I didn't really have anything to talk about. So we're going to dive straight into week 24. I'm going to do this similar to my last one, which if you haven't seen is week 22, and I just kind of did it a bit of a kind of chit chat kind of thing. So today I'm going to talk about just a couple of different things kind of on my mind at the minute, relating to pregnancy. So if you want to see, if you want to hear what I have to say, then keep on watching. So like I say, this is going to be pretty casual like the last update that I did. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave it linked in a card, but I kind of went over anxiety, kind of birth situation, and our moving situation in that video. So I don't really have any updates on that as such. I don't think I will for quite some time, probably until baby's due really, which is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So we're just kind of plodding along. So this week I kind of wanted to just touch base and just kind of go over a couple of things, maybe things that you may be wondering, or I don't know, I just feel like this is just the place for me to tell you these kind of things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, which I'm still not 100% on, but to be quite honest, with the way things are going currently in the UK, I think it's best to just keep the opinion on this that I already have, and that is baby showers. So if you don't already know, obviously I'm 24 weeks pregnant and I am due my baby in January. So normally you would have a baby shower like a couple of weeks, even 2 months before your baby is due. So given that a month before it's Christmas, that's already like an out the question thing, and then add in COVID, it's just, honestly, my mum basically phoned me a few weeks ago and said, oh, I've got all these like things that we can do for your baby shower, like activity type things, and things like that, and was just kind of talking about what she was thinking, and I had to kind of burst her bubble a bit and quite frankly burst my own and say I don't think it's going to happen, purely because, well, there's multiple reasons really, but the main one at the moment is that as I film this in the UK, we have a limit on how many people can be together at one time, and that is a limit of 6 people. So obviously taking me out, I would only have 5 other people there. So as you can imagine, very much like a wedding, people would probably get pissed if you didn't pick them. So I don't want that. I don't want that stress. I've already been there and had to deal with that once in my life. There's that, and I live about an hour and 40 minutes away, about 100 miles I think it is, from like my family home. So where most of my family live, most of the people that I would have at a baby shower, and a couple of my friends live back there, and just generally other people that I would like to have been there, had I been able to have one. So obviously that's somewhat an issue in itself, because I would then have to travel to my baby shower, which is not so much of a problem, but I don't drive, so I would have to then get public transport, which I really don't want to do at the moment. I'd have to obviously go there and back in a day really. It's just a lot. That, and 3 technically of the people that I would want there, the absolute most, 3 of my like closest best friends, live in different parts of the UK, and it would just be way too much to ask to have to get them to come down. I don't even know if by the time we booked it they might be in a local lockdown. Like, it's just, COVID's shat on everything this year, let's be honest, and this is no different. So that's pretty much where I stand on the whole baby shower thing. I'm probably not going to have one, which is a bit shit because it's my first baby. I would have liked to have had one, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I think I might actually have to put something out to say that it won't be happening, because I've had even family members ask if I'm going to be having one, and I mean, the easiest answer in this situation is just no, don't do it. So I think that's, like I say, the route we're going to go down. So I think I'm going to have to kind of break the news to everybody else as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered. I don't like attention as such. Like, I don't like focus being on me, like my wedding day, like, oh, I dreaded it. But we had a small wedding in the end, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I just don't like that whole idea of everything being on you. So it's probably a blessing in disguise. So that's the kind of, I don't know, that's the bad news. Let's call it that. And then we'll go on to more positive things, just kind of things that I'm planning on doing, things that I kind of want to share with you, just so that I can maybe kind of plan content around things like this if it's something that you want to see. So in terms of our plans for baby, when baby arrives, one, I'm hoping to be able to breastfeed. So I do really want to do, like, eventually, like later on down the line, probably this time next year, do like a journey type thing, kind of how my personal journey goes, if I'm able to. And the other thing that I do really want to do is I really want to do cloth nappies or reusable nappies, whatever you want to call them. So I have, for most of this year, before finding out I was pregnant, and a little bit of last year, been using cloth sanitary products, and a lot of you guys, like over on Instagram, have said that you wanted to see like videos on it. Annoyingly, you told me this at the time I was pregnant, so I couldn't really do too much on it because I'd recently got some new pads and I wanted to like test them out, but I couldn't. I think I used them for like one period and that was it. But yeah, so I do obviously plan on going back to them eventually, not postpartum. I am just not up for that. I just feel like I'm gonna have so much other things on my mind other than having to wash my own sanitary towels that are just gonna be full of, ugh. Just no, it's not gonna happen. So postpartum, I am going to use disposable again, and then I will eventually go back to reusables once my cycles kind of go back to normal. So yeah, so similarly with that, with the cloth nappy situation, I plan on using disposables for the first, I don't know how long, just until we kind of get our head round being parents, and kind of caring for a small child. Obviously it's all very new to both of us, so I want to try and get that down first before I then throw in cloth nappies on top of that. So this may seem a very, I don't know, maybe 80s thing to do, maybe even obviously prior to that thing, that you would use like cloth nappies. They've come a long way since then. They're not just terries anymore. I mean, you can get them like that, but actually I do have one, so I will show you it. So I was very kindly given this, actually for my birthday, from my lovely friend Meg, who luckily runs our local nappy library, so she is going to be my go-to when it comes to all this. But she got me this little nappy. So you can get like loads of different versions of these. So this is just a, velcroed nappy, and it's got two of these like booster things, which is so much thicker than I ever thought they would be. Like, obviously I've never used cloth nappies before, so I've never really seen them in person. But yeah, so it's got these really thick, not that you'd probably be able to tell, I don't know what they're called, things, and then it's got like a really soft material on the inside. It's like all fleecy. So yes, they have come a long way since the old reusable nappy days. So that is our plan to use them. So I basically wanted to ask you on here whether you would like me to do some videos on that. So when we start doing it, kind of a progression, what we found works for us, all of those kind of things. Obviously they'll be later on down the line and stuff like that, but I just wanted to kind of put it in here just so if that was the kind of thing that you think you might like to watch eventually, then you can let me know now so I can kind of be prepared for that kind of thing. So that is the plan. Obviously I say that fairly loosely because I don't know, it might not work for us. It might just work out more cost effective or something to use disposables. But quite frankly, seeing the statistics of disposable nappies and disposable like sanitary products and all of that kind of thing, it's just absolutely heartbreaking. And I have this with Sir David Attenborough sat on my shoulder, just telling me about the planet and the absolute shit state it's in. And quite frankly, I don't want to contribute to that. I would much rather deal with things like this and then kill the planet, quite frankly. I've done, like I say, I've done cloth sanitary products for long enough now that I can deal with bodily fluids and things. Obviously I know it'd be slightly different with a child and shit, but we're all in this together. But yeah, anyway, that concludes my 24-week update kind of thing. Just a bit of a chat with you guys, like I say. So I'm going to show you my bump quickly. I almost forgot last time. I'm going to show you my bump quickly, little bump date, and then I will love you and leave you. So I am 24 plus 4, and so 24 and a half weeks pregnant at the moment, as in the day that I filmed this. So this is it's probably not the best outfit to have worn, really, apologies, but this is the old bump in clothes. She's growing nicely. And then, apologies, I've got my tights on up to here. I did that pre-pregnancy, if anybody knows me. So yeah, and then my naked bump looks a bit like this. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of filling out quite a lot around here at the moment now that I'm kind of eating normally again. Well, I say normally, I'm not eating the best, but now that I'm kind of eating. So my belly is starting to expand quite a bit. I can feel my belly button stretching, which is just bizarre. But yeah, this is 24 and a half weeks with baby girl. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you like to see more updates and all these kind of baby related things, as well as other kind of lifestyle-y content. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.